A 6500 lumen flashlight? How can it be? Well, stick around. I'll show it to you. Hi folks, John with the Wingman 115 channel. Thank you so much for checking in. I don't normally get excited about flashlight reviews because I've done so many over the years. But when the folks from NITECORE reached out to me and they said, hey John, we have a flashlight that we would like to introduce to you and your subscribers to check out, I was kind of apprehensive at first because I had just done a ton of quote tactical flashlight reviews and I didn't want to burn you guys out on that sort of content. But they said, well, this one has 6500 lumens. So I was like, that one piqued my interest. And they started going down the specs of this light. So I was like, okay. So I did a quick Google search, saw a few concept photos of this light, and I was like, oh man, I got to introduce this to you guys out there. This is the NITECORE Concept 2. A little bit different than your traditional flashlight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you right now. We're going to cut away. We're going to do some screenshots that are up close and personal. We'll do a quick specs rundown like we always do here on the channel. Then I'm going to cut away. We'll do some night shots. And then as always, we're going to bring it back 360. We will do some final thoughts. And then we'll talk about if this light is a fit for you. Folks, we're talking about nerdy stuff, technology, outdoor gear. Doesn't get any more awesome than this. Come along and join me. It starts now. Let's get some beam shots of the Concept 2. This is on basically the Firefly mode. This is 1 lumen of light. This is more than enough to illuminate if you're doing any navigation, map and compass work, reading a book, most camp tasks. And on this setting you get approximately 2,000 hours of burn time on a charge. Now we'll kick it up to level number 2. This is on the low setting. This is 285 lumens. You get approximately 16 hours of burn time with 77 meters of throw, and you can see the house in the backyard. Not too bad. On medium, this is 1,000 lumens. You get 6.5 hours of burn time and 155 meters of throw, and as you can see now the house is more pronounced back there. Now we'll kick it up to high. This is 2,500 lumens for an hour and a half of burn time and 252 meters of throw. It's quite the output. And then we'll go on turbo, what everybody's been wanting to see. 6,500 lumens, 30-minute burn time, and you get 398 meters of throw. So if you're search and rescue, law enforcement, these wildland firefighters, 4x4 enthusiasts, this might be something for you. Now note, this is getting extremely hot really fast on that setting. One cool feature about this light that's worth mentioning is that on any setting you can go straight to turbo just by holding the switch halfway down momentarily, and now you're on turbo. So if something catches your attention, you need to do a quick spot, hold it down, boom, now you have 6,500 lumens. But like I said earlier, this light gets hot rather quick and it's getting a little bit hard to hold the longer I keep it on turbo. Let's do a little temp check. Let's turn it on turbo. And let's see how hot this gets, how quickly. If I can get it to focus. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm, especially right here. Getting really warm on the side. Wow, getting hard to hold. Now for some final thoughts on the NITECORE Concept 2. First off, let's start out with dimensions and weight. We're looking at a little bit over 4.5 inches long, a little bit over 1.5 inches square, and it weighs a little bit over 12.2 ounces. It's a small package, but it's a little bulky. So you're really going to have to think long and hard what your philosophy of use is. If you're a security guard, if you're law enforcement, search and rescue, fire, that may not be a problem. If you're a 4x4 enthusiast, you go out, you want a light that's going to have a lot of throw, where you're not worried about how much something weighs because you're not carrying it on your hip, that's not a problem. If you're a hiker, a biker, a fisherman, whatever, where size and weight constraints might be an issue, then this may not be the light for you in that regard. There's other lights out there. Just a quick PSA. This light is going to get hot. When you're on turbo mode, this light is going to warm up fast. And there was a few times that I just left it on turbo, left it sitting up just to see how long before it would step down when it hit a temperature threshold. And roughly less than 5 minutes, it stepped down and got hot quick. So you're going to have to probably use the turbo mode sparingly. And when you're out at night, you're camping, you're out in the woods, or you're on snow, sometimes if you hit turbo for too, it just whites everything out. Sometimes you're going to have a hard time seeing things with almost too much light. So I would say using the medium mode, which is 1000 lumens, you get 6.5 hours of burn time with 155 meter of throw, usable light. That's not bad. On high is 2500 lumens and 1.5 hours of light and 252 meters. And then if you're on the water, you're looking for that person in the drink, you need to hit turbo real quick. Maybe you're going to pick up some shine, some reflective clothing, whatever. You can do that. I really like the fact that it has 5 modes of operation and then 3 kind of like emergency modes with the SOS and the strobe and the beacon. Even though SOS nowadays, and I've said it before in other videos, a lot of people aren't familiar with SOS anymore, so somebody's going to see it and just think somebody's playing around and it's just a light blinking. So I don't even know if SOS is still relevant in something like this, because I would say 90% of the people out there would know what it is if they saw it in an emergency situation. But it's on there just in case. You never know. Comes with the ballistic nylon sheath, pretty much your standard issue, and it has the belt clip or pocket clip. Another thing that I would like to say is that it comes with a wall mount charger. I would have liked to have seen, if possible, a USB charger, because now when it's like this, I have to stop somewhere. If I don't have an inverter in my Jeep or in my camper or whatever, I have to stop now and charge this somewhere else. Whereas if it was USB, I could basically leave it on trickle charge in the truck all the time, especially if I'm SAR or law enforcement or firefighters, where on high you're getting 1.5 hours of burn time, and that's going to go quick. I would like to see that capability in this light. I like the fact that it has the batteries are self-contained inside. I like where they're going on this. The fit, the finish, the feel, the aluminum, it just looks really nice. But I'm going to let you folks decide. You tell me in the comments below what you feel on this light. If I had to rate it between 1 and 5, 1 being a dumper, 5 being a grand slam, right now I'd probably give this 3.5 stars. And the only reason I would give it 3.5 stars is because of the charger. If there was a workaround about the charger, like I said, where you could plug it in USB, then I would probably give it 4.5 stars. But as of right now, I would say 3.5 stars on the channel, which, don't get me wrong, that isn't bad. This light is doing everything that it's intended to do and more. You got a lot going on in a small package. If you want to learn more about this product, I will leave links in the video description below to NITECORE's website where you can check it out, get pricing, get more specs, whatever you folks want to do on that, I will make it available to you down below. As always, folks, this is John with the Wingman 115 channel. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, folks.